Most modern vehicles are equipped with two oxygen sensors. They are commonly referred to as the upstream oxygen sensor and the downstream oxygen sensor, or simply Sensor 1 and Sensor 2. But there are a few important questions that every technician and car owner should know the answers to. Where is the upstream oxygen sensor located, and where is the downstream oxygen sensor located? What does the upstream oxygen sensor actually do, and what is the job of the downstream oxygen sensor? What are the symptoms of a faulty upstream oxygen sensor, and what are the symptoms of a faulty downstream oxygen sensor? What are the correct live data readings for both sensors on a scan tool? And finally, can you swap the upstream oxygen sensor with the downstream oxygen sensor? Upstream and downstream oxygen sensor location. Both oxygen sensors are installed in the exhaust system where they can analyze the exhaust gases leaving the engine. To locate them, start at the exhaust manifold, but be careful. Only do this when the engine is completely cold. Immediately after the exhaust manifold, you'll find the upstream oxygen sensor. It is always installed before the catalytic converter. The downstream oxygen sensor, on the other hand, is installed after the catalytic converter, usually very close to it. And in a few moments, you'll understand exactly why. What does the upstream and downstream oxygen sensor do? The upstream and downstream oxygen sensors have completely different jobs. Each one was installed in its location for a specific reason. The upstream oxygen sensor is installed before the catalytic converter, which means it analyzes the exhaust gases immediately after they leave the engine. Its primary job is to monitor the oxygen content in the exhaust gases. Based on that information, it tells the engine control module whether the air-fuel mixture is running rich or lean. The ECU then continuously adjusts the fuel injection to maintain the correct air-fuel ratio for maximum performance, fuel economy, and low emissions. The oxygen sensor reaches its highest accuracy only after it becomes hot enough. That's why it contains a built-in heater. The heater quickly brings the sensor up to operating temperature, allowing it to provide accurate readings shortly after the engine starts, instead of waiting for the exhaust gases alone to heat it up. The downstream oxygen sensor has a completely different and independent function. Its location, immediately after the catalytic converter, explains its purpose. Its job is to monitor the exhaust gases after they pass through the catalytic converter. This allows the ECU to verify that the catalytic converter is doing its job properly by reducing harmful emissions. This is the primary and essentially the only purpose of the downstream oxygen sensor. It does not control fuel consumption, and it does not help the ECU adjust the air-fuel mixture. In simple terms, the downstream oxygen sensor acts as a monitor for the efficiency of the catalytic converter. Like the upstream sensor, it also contains a built-in heater for faster warm-up and accurate operation. Symptoms of a faulty upstream and downstream oxygen sensor. When the upstream oxygen sensor fails, you may notice one or more of the following symptoms. The check engine light may come on with one of these diagnostic trouble codes: P0130, circuit malfunction; P0131, low voltage; P0132, high voltage; P0133, slow response; P0134, no activity; P0135, heater circuit; P2195, stuck lean; P2196, stuck rich. An important note: the presence of any of these trouble codes does not automatically mean that the oxygen sensor itself has failed. The real cause could be an intake air leak, damaged wiring, a loose connector, incorrect fuel pressure, an exhaust leak before the sensor, or even a blown fuse for the oxygen sensor heater. The sensor should only be replaced after proper diagnosis, not simply because a fault code is present. Other symptoms may include noticeably increased fuel consumption, black smoke from the exhaust due to excessive fuel delivery, rough idle and engine vibration, and in rare cases, the engine may suddenly stall while driving. The downstream oxygen sensor usually has far fewer symptoms. In most cases, you'll simply see the check engine light with one of the following trouble codes: P0136 O2 sensor circuit malfunction, bank 1, sensor 2. P0137 O2 sensor low voltage, bank 1, sensor 2. P0138 O2 sensor high voltage, bank 1, sensor 2. P0139 O2 sensor slow response, bank 1, sensor 2. P0140 no activity detected, bank 1, sensor 2. And once again, the oxygen sensor isn't always the actual problem. A failing catalytic converter can also produce abnormal readings from the downstream oxygen sensor and trigger these fault codes. Correct live data readings for the upstream and downstream oxygen sensor. To determine whether the upstream or downstream oxygen sensor is working properly, one of the best methods is to monitor its live data using a scan tool. Let's start with the upstream oxygen sensor. On most vehicles equipped with a narrowband oxygen sensor, the voltage should continuously switch between approximately 0.1 and 0.9 volts, creating a rapid zigzag pattern. This constant switching happens because the engine control module is continuously adjusting the air-fuel mixture to keep the engine running as efficiently as possible. As engine load changes and you press the accelerator pedal, the sensor should continue responding quickly and the voltage should keep switching between rich and lean. If the voltage moves rapidly between approximately 0.1 and 0.9 volts and responds normally to changes in engine operation, the upstream oxygen sensor is most likely working correctly. Now let's look at the downstream oxygen sensor. Unlike the upstream sensor, the downstream oxygen sensor should not switch rapidly between rich and lean. Instead, its voltage should remain much more stable, typically somewhere between 0.5 and 0.8 volts, as long as the catalytic converter is operating properly. These values apply to most vehicles, although the exact readings may vary slightly depending on the type of oxygen sensor, the vehicle manufacturer, and the engine management system. Can you swap the upstream oxygen sensor with the downstream oxygen sensor? To answer that question, let's remember 3 important facts. First, the upstream and downstream oxygen sensors have completely different functions. Second, they are installed in completely different locations. And third, if you look closely, you'll often notice that the heater circuit for each sensor is protected by a different fuse rating. For example, on this vehicle, the upstream oxygen sensor heater is protected by a 15 amp fuse, while the downstream oxygen sensor heater uses a 10 amp fuse. These differences, along with the sensor design itself, clearly show that the upstream and downstream oxygen sensors are not interchangeable. Each sensor was designed for a specific job that the other one simply cannot perform. We've reached the end of the video. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to leave a like, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications so you never miss a new video. This is AutoFix Zone, and I'll see you in the next one.